Hello, I'm Jashykins, and welcome to my review of the cult episode Being Billy. Now, this is the third episode in the cult series, and it's been moved to Friday night. So it's like the CW seems to be giving up on it. It's like, 2 episodes don't have the ratings we want. Yeah. I've heard that being on the Friday night slot is not as bad on the CW as it is on, say, Fox. Fringe, anyone? Terminator Sarah Connor Chronicles? Anyways, let's actually talk about this episode. We get the mystery deepened. We find out that Nate was actually the sort of leader of this cult role-playing group. And he had a girlfriend, of course, who nearly gets killed near the end of the episode. And yeah, so we get to see that Nate is a little more involved than at least I previously thought. I knew he was involved. I didn't know he was that involved to start up the little role-playing group. So during part of this episode, Jeff thought Nate was the bad guy all of a sudden, like that. And that sort of sounds cool, if Nate ends up being the bad guy, like the big bad guy, that'd be like just awesome. Not because it'd be happy or sweet, but because the pain that Jeff will face will be horrifyingly adorable. Because he'll be trying to stop the cult, but he's up against his brother, and how do you really do that once you love someone like a family member? How do you do that? How do you say, okay, we're not on the same page, you want to kill me, so I guess I better take you out. That'd be cool, but it seems by the end of this episode that is like thrown away, like, okay, it's not important, or not. I don't mean not important, but that Nate is suddenly innocent of that. And Jeff was going, how could I ever think that? But one of like the sexiest moments this series, and mind you, this is only the third episode, so it could get better. But there was one point this episode where I was like, I really wish this was on HBO, because I know this sex scene would actually be a sex scene instead of just, it's going to happen, fade to black. Anyways, there's this one of the cult members, from last episode that sort of hit up the guy who plays Billy on the show within a show. And she's in this episode gets to go backstage, and she and Billy shows her this one set, and she knows what episode it's from, and she's like gets manacled, and then she hands the knife to the guy who plays Billy. And I know in the long term, I think it's just to get his fingerprints, so possibly blaming him for a murder. But it was so sexy because she has, this is TV and the CW, so there's the women are good. And so he takes the knife and sort of slices each button off. And it's just like, damn it, it ended. Why can't it be on HBO? Damn it. I was just like, damn it. But, they were able to prove a point, make it a little bit sexy without, freaking out the censors. possibly. But this series, Cold, is very much talking about how insane the fan base can be. One thing that you have to buy into when you watch this series is that fans are insane and will murder people just to be recognized by a secret council or something. Of course, those of us in fandoms that have seen the crazy side of the fandoms know that, this is one sort of possibility that's sort of scary, but you don't think it's going to happen, but sort of cool to see happening on a TV show. But anyways, it's what just got really insane about how insane these details were, such as they would speed up or slow down or mix, different audios from the beginning and ending of the episode, and like the codes were the number of episode, like the episode 5, episode 6, yada yada yada, and then the minute and seconds into it. And it was just like, I would love to say that no one I know would do this shit. And maybe not anyone I know personally, but looking around fandoms, I'm like, yeah, there's probably a few people that would do this shit. They wouldn't be as successful as in this show, but they're probably trying. It's not like weird stuff. I mean, I don't read much fan theories, every now and again. Once I'm sort of reminded by something, I'll like I'm going to look at this. But yeah, like fan theories. I think there's a Reddit subreddit for that, so you can check that out. I'll post a link because I can't remember it at the moment. But anyways, yeah, it's crazy what fans will go to, and near the end of the episode, there was this one point where the girl sort of said, "You can call the police or I can tell you about Nate." And long story short, the girl's information was fucking pointless. Like, we already knew the shit you were telling us. We didn't need this. We didn't need this. No. Okay. But I can understand why Jeff made the mistake of listening to her. Because he wants to know what it's up with his brother. He wants to know if his brother's a traitor. And, all these thoughts are probably running through his mind, so it's like, okay, this is an okay risk to take. Maybe he didn't feel good about it, but he's like, that's a risk. So, yeah. Yeah, that was like, I guess it might be considered dumb, but not really, because the situation sort of called for it. And I'm sorry, I woke up around 7 this morning just to go on to a walk that was like 3 miles for JDRF. So yeah, a little tired. Don't mind. But yeah, Colt being Billy, good episode, good third episode. I can't wait to see where the show goes from here. But as I mentioned at the start, this has been moved to the Friday slot, and that's not a good sign, like, at all. Maybe it can survive because I think Supernatural during season 7 was in the Friday night slot, but this Supernatural had 6 other seasons to build up a crazed fan base. So, but this show is just beginning, and the sun changed to Friday night. doesn't feel good. I don't know if this is going to get a second season. Really wish it does, but this sudden change from Tuesday to Friday night, too sudden for my liking. Anyways, I have been Jashykins, owner at jashykins.blogspot.com. If you want to contact me for whatever reason, say, Todd, let's talk about cult, what you think is going to happen, who you think the cult leader is, who you ship. Of course, us shippers are crazy, so I know what I'm saying when I'm saying, oh, shippers, how about you contact me? Who you ship on the show? You can contact me on Facebook at facebook.com/jashykins fanpage or on Twitter at jashykins. And I'm really getting into Tumblr, like every night or every day or sometimes during the day. I make a thoughtful Tumblr post, which is really insane after, I usually post random shit and stalk the Liam Neeson tag. I didn't say that out loud, did I? Anyways, my Tumblr is jashykins.tumblr.com. If you're viewing this on YouTube, subscribe, like, comment, yada, yada, yada. If you're viewing this on my blog, thank you just for watching. Comment below, share amongst your friends and family and cats and dogs and whatever. And please tune in Friday nights to see Cult. I myself can't view it live. I DVR it and then watch it as soon as possible, but I have to DVR because I live with my dad and when he's home, he has control of the TV. I cannot watch it even though I want to, which annoys Rev Resner when the shows we watch together, he can't talk to me about them because I'm like, basically, if there's a times when I'm like, so until next video, goodbye.